Okay, so for this mod, you're gonna just need your 3D printed rudder plate. I'm using Spectra cord, 1.8 millimeter. It's 100 feet that came in this roll, but we're not gonna be using that many. Stainless steel, 3/4 inch long, 1/4 screws and nuts. 2 millimeter Allen, Phillips screwdriver, cable cutters, and I'm going to assume might need a drill later on. So the first thing we're going to do is remove this rudder cap off of here, and then we're going to go ahead and start disassembling our rudder handle. So let's start with that. Disassembling is the easy part. Have that off. There we go. I'm going to lose the screw. So I'm just going to pull it back here on the rudder. Alright, let's move on to the handle. If you're new to this channel, this is also 3D printed, and I'll leave a link up by the video so you can see it if you want to make your own as well. Gotta go ahead and lift this up so you don't give some cable slack there. There we go. Now we're just going to go ahead and remove it from here. Okie dokie. There goes that piece. Okay, so now what we got to do is deal with this part here. This is 2 millimeters. Let me get my tool. Okay, just gonna pop that one off altogether. And now let's begin with the back again. What I'm going to do here is just go ahead and cut these ends off. All that corrosion. I'm going to have any more of that. Okay. What did I do? Oh, there it goes. Alright, so now I'm going to loosen it up here as well. I think it might be a different size. Either that or it's stripped out. Yeah. Let's try this one. No, that's the size. Gotta find out why it doesn't want to come out. Well, doesn't want to come out. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and cut the cable. This is not something I'm trying to salvage, so I should have did this from the beginning. Okay, cables are out. Right here, I'm just going to pull it all the way through. I'm going to see if I can get it out of here now, which I doubt. Alright, we'll come back to this part here in a minute. So what I decided to do was keep it on there because I need it, just for the most part, because I want to modify this piece. So I'm going to go ahead and heat this up with my plastic welder, see if I can get it hot enough for this brass insert to pull it out. With the help of the cables I can pull it. So that's what I'm going to try to do. So let's get this nice and hot. Wait a little bit to see.
5 minutes later.
Nice. There we go. Alright, let's proceed to the next step. Okay, so now that I got the insert out, what I decided to do was I'm going to go ahead and drill a small hole right in here and make it come up on the upper half of this circle here. I'm going to be using a number 30 drill bit, and then I'll see if that's going to be big enough. So let's go ahead and do that. I'll just do it right here. Yep, that's it. Now we'll just see if that cordage will fit through here. So let me go do that now. Okay, so I figured out how I'm going to do it. Got my hole, it's already drilled, so I went ahead and cut about 12 feet of this cordage, and I'm going to go ahead and use this wire. So in the aviation field we call it safety wire, but it's like a nichrome wire. Okay, what we're going to do is feed it through this hole and then capture this end of the cordage and then pull it through. So let's get that going. There it is. Now all I got to do is feed it through here. There we go. So now let's take it out. Now we're going to go ahead and put it on this housing. Now remember, this end has to match up with your lever here. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and use the screw. This is where that cordage is going to mount and secure itself. Let's go ahead and get it down a ways. Now what we're going to do is just wrap it. Once should suffice. and then begin tightening it down. Now remember, you can't get it too tight because then your handle is not going to want to turn. So keep playing with it until you feel like you got it where you want it. Okay, I'm good with that. Now that's the way it's going to look once we start putting it back in. Okay? So let's head over here. Just going to keep this out of the way for now. But just remember the angles that your rope is going. So this side is going to fit through this hole. So let's begin with that hole here, okay? So same thing, I have the safety wire here. And what I did was I looped it at the end, similar to what I did the first time when we were pulling it through the housing. So we're gonna go ahead and start fishing it through this hole. Start pushing it through. Got to be close. Okay, there it is. All right, so again, know your orientation on how the housing goes. So we're going to go ahead and get this one started. Now these little burnt ends are not going to work on there. So let me find something to cut it with. Okay, we're going to cut it here. Get this burnt end out. I just realized it came out the wrong hole. So it's got to be going to be this cable here. Just pulling it back some. But you guys will be able to see this. Okay, there it goes. Now we're just going to go ahead and start pulling. There we go. And now we'll just repeat on the other side. Now they say you can pull that cordage without this wire pulling method, but I kind of find that hard to believe. Okie doke, here we go. is. So now we'll just go ahead and start pulling this cordage until we get this to drop in. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and start laying this back in. Pulling it tight. Hopefully you can see the handle turning. Okay. Okay, so the next part of this project is getting this plate ready, and we have to install the nuts that go on this side. I already installed 3, but I wanted to show you how easy they go in. So just use any 1/4-20 screw. Get it situated over where it goes in, and then just tap it in. And that's it. Now we're ready for mounting. So let's go do that. Let's clean up this area a little bit. So basically what you want to do is this hole here is going to stay in the back. Okay. And we'll feed these through. That's the way it's going to sit. We'll get these screws started. Now you have the option of either going back to the side that the rope came out on and using those screws, or you can crisscross it like this. Okay, either way it'll work. Alright, so before we go there, I'm gonna go ahead and see about getting this back on. I need to find my screwdriver. And here it goes. Alright. This seems to be like a challenge for me all the time. Okay, so sorry about that interruption, but I did finally get the cover on. So let's go ahead and put the screw. Get it tightened down a bit. Get rid of some of the slack. Can't be too tight, you want to leave it just loose enough. Okay. Now make sure that the string is up. And what I think I'm going to do on this one, I'm going to go cross pattern. I think it'll pull better. And you want to do is go ahead and go in the rotation that the screw tightens. That would be the best way, I believe, to go about it. I've never done this before, so bear with me. Make sure that your string is in the groove as well. Okay. I'm actually going to do a quick test. I turn it just to see, so you get the shot there. Here we go. I like it. No slack. So I'll just finish up here, getting the second one in. Nice. Oh, that's solid. Alright, so what I think I'm going to do here also is I'm just going to tie like a bow knot. I like to have spare cordage. Then I'll trim these tag ends. It's hard to cut. That's it. Okay, that looks good. Pretty happy with the way that came out.